Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about foundation samples that I've got online. Slowly building up a collection and I can't wait to show it to you guys. But these foundations aren't the ones you'd be expecting. When you say foundation, you'd expect something like this or something like this. But for me, I got these three foundations. Okay, side note, the Philippines doesn't have a Sephora physical store. That's why we only get to buy these samples from a shop called Shopee, and they transfer the high-end foundations into the little bottles you see in my hands. So there. The Urban Decay All-Nighter 2.0, Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation. They also bought the Too Faced Born This Way in Vanilla. So I've got these three foundations from a online shop called Shopee. So we have that in the Philippines. And so the thing with sample foundations is that you can get them in a very small size without having to commit to anything. Even with foundations, I'm afraid of commitment. And I've got the brands that we don't have physical stores for, like Urban Decay, Too Faced, and Tarte. So I decided to try samples of these foundations because I don't really want to commit on buying a 2,000 peso worth of product, unlike these L'Oreal ones that you could get to test in stores and costs about 500 to 600 pesos each. So I'll just put the converter right here if you're a viewer from another country. I got the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation, and I also have the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. So these are the foundations that I've been playing with for the past 6 months or so. Compared to these foundations, this Urban Decay one is about this big. The L'Oreal one has 30 ml product. Also got the Too Faced Born This Way in Vanilla. So it's this small. This is the 3 ml version. I figured that I still have some of this, that I'd purchase smaller versions of these, more high-end, more expensive foundations. Hopefully the camera picks that up. Yes, it can. Speaking of samples, I also have this sample. Oh gosh, almost halfway done with my Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. I think I will repurchase this, but in a full bottle. So see the benefits of samples. So make sure that the seller you get the samples from has high ratings, good reviews, just so you're extra sure that you get authentic products. Oh, I almost forgot. I also got the MAC Studio Fix Liquid in NC20 from the MAC event last September 9th, I think. It's like this, it's small. Don't even know how much ml is here, but the lady just got the tester and just, use your words, pumped some foundation inside this little cute component that's about as big as an eye. Alright, swatch time. First, to the left is the L'Oreal True Match Foundation in this shade Golden Ivory. Next to it is the MAC NC20 Studio Fix Fluid. And then we have the Urban Decay All-Nighter Foundation in the shade 2.0. Then next to it is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation in the shade Light Neutral. And then lastly, we have the Born This Way Foundation in Vanilla by Too Faced. I will also review this one of these days, but for now, let's just focus on the Tarte foundation. Today, we will be trying the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Light Neutral. So I really hope I like this because I really like the component and the dropper in the bottle. And I actually really already want to go cruelty free with my makeup. I don't want any animals getting harmed. They're getting tested on while people enjoy their makeup. Tarte is a cruelty free brand. It's vegan, but unfortunately it's not available in the Philippines. I got this from a seller in Shopee. If you want to know who the seller is, just hit me up, leave a comment down below, and I'll link you to them. Today's makeup look is a Korean inspired makeup look. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on that one soon. So yeah, let's get started on testing. So taking the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation in light neutral, I'm just gonna pump some in my hand. Use a brush to buff it into the skin on one side. And then on the other side, we're going to use a sponge. So zooming in, you can see that it's really smooth And it was a really nice foundation to blend in. No drag or anything. For my right side, we're going to use a sponge. Again, just pumping that foundation at the back of my hand. So you can see how runny that is. It's kind of liquidy in formula, not too thick. So I'm kind of afraid that this sponge will just suck in the product. So I'm applying it directly on my face and then we'll bounce it with the sponge. At this point, looking in the mirror, I don't really notice any difference between both sides. So what I'm doing is I'm just gonna finish off with the sponge on the other side as well, so that it'll have an airbrush finish when we're done. So here is the finished foundation look. As you can see, it's really smooth and dewy, and it kind of matches my skin tone. For now, if it doesn't oxidize, it feels a little tacky on the face. Maybe it hasn't dried down yet at this point. Feels very lightweight, nothing too crazy. My time check, it's 11:05 in the morning. I'll just do the rest of my makeup and then I'll tell you guys how it feels blended over this foundation. This is the finished look with the foundation on. Everything blended well. So far, it really looks like skin on the face. Kind of hydrating. It doesn't look like a mask. It doesn't look heavy. I'd say it's medium coverage with how much I put in. So I plan to wear this for about 8 hours. That's usually how long I wear my foundation at work. We started filming 11:05. It is now 11:31 in the morning. Let's see how it looks in a few hours. Hey guys, so it's the 4th hour of me wearing this Tarte foundation. You're just gonna have to trust me. I'm using my phone to film, so I can't really show you my phone, but yeah. Let me just zoom you in so we can get up close. So you see how nice that sits on my face like a second skin. There's no patchiness, no creasing so far. Forehead looks wide and smooth. My nose is still on, obviously. The foundation on my nose is still on, which is very impressive because I have like huge nose breakouts foundation wise. You kind of see some kind of like cakiness here, a buildup of product, but I think that's because I have broken skin here that I'm trying to heal. But if you look at this side, zooming in again, if you look at this side, it's really smooth. This side, it's kind of have a bunching of product there, but otherwise my whole face looks really good. It oxidized a little bit. It kind of looks a little gray orangey on my face, which I don't really love, but the finish is still like satin and smooth and dewy and healthy looking. Yeah, so see you guys on the 8-hour mark. Hey everyone, it's currently 7:05. Here's the clock. It's 7:05 and I'm in my PJs editing a video, but here's how the foundation looks so far. My bangs are annoying. Let me zoom in again. It looks almost the same again as how I applied it earlier. Due to the lack of natural lighting, I don't think you can see the slightly slipping foundation down my nose. By slipping, I mean the product is going this way and it's concentrating on the tip of my nose. And I'm definitely a bit shiny here, but that's our light bouncing off. The rest of my face looks pretty intact. Looks good. The creasing and caking on the side of my nostril, like I said earlier, still there. Didn't really get worse. I think that's because of the broken skin, because this side, let me just zoom in some more and creep you out. This side is looking good. This video has a disclaimer. Today in Manila, it's really rainy, so it's not really as humid as usually gets in Manila. So maybe that's why the foundation stayed intact on my face for so long. It's been about 7.5 hours? 8 hours? It's been 8 hours since I put this foundation this morning, but yeah, I'm really liking it. I'm gonna update you guys if I change my mind when the weather becomes humid again. But for now, I just want to rest and take my foundation off. So see you guys in the next one. Bye.